Hey traders, just want to bring your attention to a potential daily setup on Euro Sterling, EURGBP. This is based off the back of yesterday's close as a bullish pin bar reversal. As you can see, Thursday closed as such bullish pin bar reversal. But what is interesting is the area in which it's in. We've got this completion of the A, B, C, D pattern, and we can confirm this by the fact that we have point B to A. If we look at the extension, we've got the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, there we go. But what is even more interesting about this is if we look at this overall kind of area here, and this vague, choppy, nasty upward trend we've seen ever since April 2018 this year, we can see that we've retraced perfectly to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which is a significant Fibonacci retracement. So we've got a Fibonacci cluster here. Not only do we have the D point of the ABCD pattern completing here, thanks to this bullish pin bar reversal, we also have a general 50% Fibonacci retracement. What is more is the fact that we do have a soft level of resistance here, which is bullish pin bar reversal is rejecting. Let's move that down a little bit more. Sorry, it's not quite accurate there. There we go. And we've got one other reason for this one, and this is one which is quite subtle, but one which I want to bring your attention to anyway. If we just look at this from a pure price action based perspective, you'll notice that over the past couple of weeks we've had a double inside bar here. Now, a double inside bar is a continuation or reversal depending on the context of where it is on the chart, and as you can see at this point here, say on the 13th, it's at the midpoint. There's nothing really obstructing it getting in the way, no horizontal level, no Fibonacci level, and yes, so it's a continuation. However, we fall into a megaphone formation where we have this bar here, an outside bar, yet a second outside bar which takes out the high of the previous two bars. Okay, so this is quite a rare price action based formation where we get a double inside bar, as you can see, followed by a megaphone formation. Now, megaphone formation is essentially a reversal pattern, especially when it's at a confluence of levels like we currently are at. And we are, like I mentioned, at the 50% Fibonacci retracement. We're at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. And yesterday's close as a bullish pin bar reversal can be represented as a false breakout to the downside from this megaphone reversal formation. And false breakouts are great because they essentially trap people who think it's going to go in the opposing direction and gives us an ultra efficient entry for where we want to go. In this case, we want to go long on EURGBP. Okay, from a more fundamental standpoint, not that we really bother about fundamentals, but the Brexit talks are stalling, the EU are being very difficult with Theresa May, not letting her have her way, and quite frankly, despite everything, it looks like we are heading towards a no deal, which would serve the EU pretty poorly, but possibly the United Kingdom, despite popular reports, probably serve us worse, ultimately in the long run. But anyway, aside from that, according to what the chart's telling us, we're looking bullish and the clues have been unravelled to indicate a bullish potential setup. So how are we going to trade this one? Well, what we're going to simply do is place an order at yesterday's high, stop loss below yesterday's low, and we are simply going to scale out if as and when we get a one-to-one. And we've got a lot of upside here to take advantage of. We've got a lot of potential upside if we take our profit shooter on. You'll see exactly what I mean. So if we drag this one up, target the previous swing high, it's a 4.4 reward to risk trade. As we're risking 2%, then we can double that to 8.8. Okay, but all in all, I mean, the argument is there. Price action is pretty jagged, so we can reasonably expect a few false starts. But the argument is certainly there, and that is EURGBP on the daily time frame. Happy trading, folks.